where is it? There it is. It is number 793, Parthenocissus.
Tricuspidata.
Tricuspidata. Tri means what?
Three.
Three. And cuspidata is points. So, 1, 2, 3 main points on the leaf. Let Dave through there. Watch that tag right beside your foot there, Dave. You might trip.
Oh.
790.
Okay, so now these are immature leaves, and the full-size leaves can be quite big. It is a really nice vine because it has nice shiny leaves. It has nice autumn color, so it'll have kind of a yellow, orange to red color. It's very, very fast growing, as you can see. It attaches itself to the brick wall with these little suction feet on these tendrils. It produces fruit like little clusters of grapes. It's best to plant a sterile variety. I have one that's not sterile, and so I have lots of little seedlings I have to pull up periodically. It's a very, very vigorous vine. So you can see here it's actually covered windows and gone right up. Yeah, it can get quite problematic. I have this also in conjunction with the climbing hydrangea on the side of my house, and once a year I have to go up and remove it from where it gets under the soffit and stuff. And the easiest thing I do is put the ladder up so far, and I get my secateurs and I prune it, and then I just pull it down from wherever. Oops, there we go. Right, so you can see how long that grows. Right?
That's why Adam had yours.
Yeah, and like
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you can see it's quite a vigorous vine. It grows several meters in a year, and hence why you need to prune it back quite frequently. So if you were to prune this, it's no good to go up and remove it and say move 6 inches from around the window. You need to bring it back to here plus in the spring, because in a few weeks it's going to be back there unless you cut it back severely. Now there is this fallacy I said that people don't like vines on buildings because they destroy the brickwork. Well, they only destroy the brickwork if your house is falling apart, right? You can see the brick joints here are very, very firm and secure. If the mortar is coming out, and I live in a 140-year-old house, and my mortar is kind of somewhat crumbly, it still is not a problem. Where vines become a problem is where you get stems like this that are growing up, and they grow behind eave troughs, behind flashing, and then they start to expand and push it off. And that's not the vine's fault, that's the owner's fault. We're not going up and pruning it at the appropriate time and removing it. Vines actually have a benefit to houses because in the summer they cloak the walls and help to cool the house, right? And if you, in some cases where you can grow evergreen vines, then you can have some effect in the winter too by keeping the temperature, kind of creating an air barrier there. But in the summer, and if you think of this as a lawn as opposed to an asphalt surface, as the lawn transpires, it releases moisture and that cools. Same sort of effect on the side of a building. People are worried about insects and stuff. No big deal. And I even have birds nesting in it in the season. And if you want that sort of thing in your landscape, then plant some vines. Dylan, I plant it right up if you can dig right at the base of the wall. Yeah, and that's what you should do. You don't want it out here because then you created a weak point. If you plant it out here where my foot is, and then it arches in. There is a bit of a negative to this. I've seen very, very large old vines where they just up and die. Right, so then you've got this huge trunk going up the wall, but it's fairly soft material and it pulls away quite easily, so it's fairly easy to remove, especially when you do it when it's just died, because then it comes down in one piece like you just saw me do. But if you wait too long and you start to pull it, then it starts to crumble and you got chunks of it falling down haphazardly. But a very, very nice vine, nice shiny leaves, relatively pest-free, partial shade, likes fairly rich, moist soils, but very, very fast-growing plant.
Mike?
Yes?
Is that the berry clusters you were at, up at the top?
Up at the top? Yep. Yep, right up at the top. You can see them on this wall here where they've been protected.
Okay.
I don't know if you can get a shot in there, Dave. Right on this end wall here, going up here, right on the very top. I don't know how much zoom you've got on that, but
It also looks like there's a pretty big.
there's so it's like little clusters of blue grapes on it, right? But they've fallen off, and you can see these are the fruiting spurs. These short pieces here, so they would have held the fruit down at this end.
Neighbor's side, which is on our side. I've had my own.
Okay. I'm wondering if we can. Oh, the leaves are coming off.
Literally, it happened one day.
Yeah. Okay.